Praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High of Mashiach Yahushai. Shalom, 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 family. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahushai Brakathum to the Akim. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Shemar Thun to the sisters. Most High Yahushai bless you, brothers. Most High Yahushai watch over you, sisters of the nation. All right, we have different salute for the men and the women because it's more of a greeting to the women, like, Most High watch over y'all. May the men protect y'all, your husbands, your elders, your sons, all the men around you in righteousness protect you. And may the Most High bless the brothers to be leaders of this nation, to guide ourselves, our women, and our children. So, Kwame Ashala, Shalom, family. All praise to the Most High and Mashiach Yahushai. Shalom, whoever is up late tonight with the elder on this late Saturday night. We didn't hit the streets tonight due to Passover preparation and things of that nature. We're winding down. We're about 3-4 days away. So we got to do all our last minute planning, cross all our T's and dot all of our I's. So again, Shalom, family. So tonight, real quick, I want to come to y'all with the announcement of the official itinerary for Passover week for HOI. Any Q&A that you brothers and sisters might have, any last minute questions, comments, things of that nature. So first and foremost, Shalom, everybody. Real quick, I'm going to start off with Proverbs 20 and 24. Proverbs 20 and 24. All right. Matilde Feliciano, Shalom. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. All right. Proverbs 20 and 24. And it reads thus and so. Man's goings are of the Most High Power Yahweh, the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So man's goings are of the Lord. So this year, HOI, we will be having the Passover in Raleigh, North Carolina. Raleigh, North Carolina. We do have a congregation down there, a small congregation. And we have brothers and sisters in the Carolinas, North and South, that follow HOI. All right, and fellowship with us. They may not be 100% members, but we have brothers and sisters in the Carolinas. So every year we try to pick a different location, a different city of HOI, to be fair, for that city to host the Passover. So we can go down to that city, do camp, get to know that city, get to know the brothers and sisters in that city, and to give everybody, each city, a chance to host and see the formalities of the Passover. So this year, HOI will be in Raleigh, North Carolina. I think in Acts, Paul said, let us go visit, let us go to every city where the word of the Most High has been preached and visit our brethren and see how they do. I'm paraphrasing. I'll probably look the scripture up later. But anyway, so this year, HOI, our Passover week this year will be in Raleigh, North Carolina, from March 31st, Tuesday, March 31st, through Thursday, March 2nd, with our travel date being Friday, March the 3rd. Most brothers and sisters will be leaving the city on Friday, March the 3rd. Some of us will stay. Some of us are going to stay longer, maybe over the weekend or whatever the case may be. So here's the list of I'm going to give y'all a verbal list of the itinerary. We got the itinerary floating all over social media. Y'all know I always said elders old school, so I'm gonna just tell it to y'all old school style. But the fancy flyers and all that edits, they're all over our social media, whatever the case may be, is out there. The itinerary and a different flyer. We got about 4 different flyers and the itinerary. They all floating out there. Check out our social medias and stuff. They on our stories, all that. So you can get it from there. But I'm going to tell it to you verbally. So day one will be Tuesday, March 31st. Day one, Tuesday, March 31st, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. House of Israel, this is our fourth year, fourth annual leaven, purge out the leaven and yeast festival. Our fourth, we're not talking about Dirk right now. Please stay on topic. I don't know what the hell Dirk is, all right? But anyway, no disrespect to Brother Dirk, but I don't know. I believe he converted to Islam. I'm not sure. Happy Sabbath and Passover, Khan. Shalom, family. Tuesday, March 31st, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. House of Israel, fourth annual Purge Out the Leaven Yeast Festival / meet and greet, pre-Passover party and celebration. All right, that will be at Royal Throne Event Center in Raleigh, North Carolina. If you are attending, RSVP at House of Israel, NYC@gmail.com. All right, please just don't show up. Let us know you're coming. If you do happen to show up and you're a brother or sister and we see what's going on with you, we see what's good, okay, you'll be welcome. But we would rather you RSVP. All right, so the Purge Out the Leaven Yeast Festival, it's a pre-Passover celebration where we get our last little bit of yeast on, pizza, sandwiches, cake, whatever you want to munch on, because we're going into 7 days of not eating any leaven, which is yeast. So we usually have cooked food, and then we'll order yeast, pizza, sandwiches, stuff with yeast in it to enjoy it that last night. It's also a time to celebrate with the family and get any spiritual leaven out of you. Right? So we come together as a body, and even brothers and sisters, you might have had a little rough time with a brother or sister in a congregation throughout the year. That's the time to come together. Yo, bury the hatchet. We good. Let's go into the Passover. Before we eat the Passover tomorrow night, make sure we good. Everybody good? Nobody got an issue with each other in this room? Let's eat the Passover. All right, so that's what it's all about. We will have games, probably a little karaoke, prizes, Israelite business and vending opportunities or networking, getting to know new brothers and sisters in the Carolinas area, exchanging of information, networking, like I said. You see a new brother or sister, make them feel welcome. Sometimes people are shy, they clammed up in a corner. Nah, make them feel welcome, all right? A little bit of righteous music, maybe some performances, some good old oldies but goodies, some good conscious rap, all that. We come together and have like a nice little celebration before the Passover. So that will be March 31st, Tuesday, March 31st, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m., HOI's fourth annual Shalom HOI Las Vegas in the building. Y'all brothers did hell of a work in L.A. Great work, man. The class was fire. Camp was fire. I got a little chance to check out everything. I got to watch the rest of it. Excellent work. Shout out to HOI Las Vegas and HOI Los Angeles. That's the unity we want to see with the cities that are near each other. Let's get this bond strong, man. We about to get out of here. They're about to blow America to the damn Stone Age. So let's come together more as we see the day approaching. Shout out to HOI Las Vegas and HOI Los Angeles. Excellent. The water to you, brothers, for being loyal and standing 10 toes down. Even when HOI and the elder goes through adversity, as long as we're not going to hell off and telling you either ham sandwich or the nations can be saved, the white man going to be at Passover with us eating a piece of lamb. Y'all brothers stay loyal through the turmoil and the tribulations. Kwame Shala. So anyway, the next event, day two, April 1st, 2026, 8 p.m. until the Lord's Passover. House of Israel. I would say this is about our 27th annual Passover since we've been a body, since we started like in 98, 99. All right, HOI International 27th annual Passover 2026, which will be at Ambiance Event Center, Raleigh, North Carolina, 8 p.m. until. All right, Most High will, we're going to celebrate in righteousness all the night through. All right. Of course, there will be prayer, Passover service, the eating of the Passover meal, announcements and acknowledgments. Of course, Hebrew performances, truth music, just celebrating, eating, drinking, and being merry. All right. And the most important thing is that Seder meal and the lesson, learning about the Passover and eating that Passover meal. All right. So that will be April 1st. That's the main event. That's what we all converge on these cities for, the main event. Everything else is icing on the cake, cherry on the top. But the main event is the Passover, the solemn assembly. All right. So that's April 1st, 2026, 8 p.m. until Raleigh, North Carolina, Ambiance Event Center, House of Israel. I ain't counting the numbers right in front of me. About 27th annual Passover. All right. Come on out. In righteousness, if you still want to come, there's still time to RSVP. We still have a little bit of room left. Donations are $100 for one person to 3, $200 for a family of 4 or more. If you're coming with a large amount, let's say more than 7 or 8, we appreciate it if you give extra. Or Deuteronomy 16, 16, 17, give what you can afford. You will still be allowed to attend the Passover. Just give with a sincere heart and what you can afford. All right, but those are the numbers we ask for if you're attending, because we calculate the pricing of everything. But the Passover is not a money grab. You'll be welcome to attend no matter what you give. But the scriptures say don't come empty-handed. Don't come up in there with the biggest piece of lamb, 20 cups of wine, all the unleavened bread you can eat, and you don't donate nothing. That's a wicked spirit. All right, don't come empty-handed. The scriptures tell you that. So that's Wednesday, April 1st. Men, you are encouraged to have your full garment with your girdle and armband, your girdle on, at least your girdle. All right. And women, head wraps, modest apparel, no boobies out, no high dresses or skirts, no high splits, no back out, none of that. Heads got to be wrapped and covered and in order. Bring your Bible, apocryphas, and notepads. Be ready to write down notes. It will be a class and a lesson. Brothers, come decently and in order. No pants sagging. All right? And this should go without saying. Make sure your hygiene is proper. That should go without saying. Make sure your hygiene is proper. All right? Brothers, also, you have to have a staff. You must have a staff. You gotta have a staff, brothers, when you're eating the Passover. You got to have a staff. All right, so get a staff, brothers. You got all else fails. You can't get a nice fancy carved staff like Israel be having. Go to Home Depot or somewhere, get you a wood closet pole, have it cut in half. That'll be your staff, all right? So come decently and in order. Do not bring anyone to the Passover, a family member or a friend that's not in the truth. We don't need somebody in there eating lamb, smelling like weed, cigarettes, pants hanging off their behind, eyes red. No, come in order. Only bring people. If you're bringing guests, bring people that are in the truth, that are learning, or you teaching them. They repenting and keeping the commandments. Everyone should have on their fringes at least. Some of you brothers, if you still don't have full garments yet, you're working on it, at least have a shirt with fringes. Sisters, at least have a skirt or a dress with fringes, or at least some tassels, some zigzags. All right, come in order. All right, do everything in moderation. You know, eat a moderate portion of the lamb and the wine and the bitter herbs and the unleavened bread. Let somebody else have something. Let everything be done decently and in order. Brothers, especially young men, and sisters, especially young women, watch your drinking. Let it be in moderation. The Passover is really not about eating and drinking, even though we do enjoy ourselves, but it's a solemn assembly, all right? Come eat the Passover in order. Now, next event will be Thursday, April 2nd. Thursday, April 2nd, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. We will be teaching downtown Raleigh. The exact address is on the flyers. I don't know it off the top of my head right now. I don't have it in front of me. But the flyers, the itinerary is circulating all over social media. All right. Someone Mr. Nubbins. Someone come get they crazy. Oh, you got jokes? With a name like Mr. Nubbins, I don't think you should be running your mouth. All right? You want to clown, bro? I'm from Brooklyn. We could clown if you want to, but all right, keep talking slick with the mouth. I'm gonna block you. All right, but anyway, come on now. Thursday will be street teaching camp downtown Raleigh. Downtown Raleigh. Yeah, with a name like Mr. Nubbins, you need to keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut, dude, before I roast your ass. All right, now, back to our regular schedule programming. So, come on out. Hear the word. I'm getting a little bit of report of rain. So, if it rains, there will be a backup plan. There will be a backup announcement. Maybe we'll gather and have a lesson or things of that nature. Maybe we'll bring out some canopies and still teach in the rain with the canopies over us. But we'll make announcements and adjustments. All right. Friday, April 3rd is travel day. Most brothers and sisters are leaving. If there are brothers left, we will be having camp Friday night, but we will let y'all know. That will be Friday night, the 3rd, but we will let y'all know. Shalom, man. All right, shalom. All right. So that's the official 3-4 day itinerary for Passover week for HOI International. Raleigh, North Carolina, 2026. Come on out. Any further information to RSVP for anything? If you want to support, maybe you can't make it. All right. Seeking the Kingdom 7. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, brother. All right. Good. See, that's what I'm talking about. Ask questions concerning what we're dealing with. All right. Bod Jiku. We're not a religion, all right? Not a religion in the sense of man's understanding of religion, like Christian, whatever. We are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, coming back to our true identity and nationality. The so-called black man, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indians are the real Jews that the Bible speaks of, all right? Man, you didn't read, the topic is on the live. You gotta look at the title of the live, brother. All right, pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. All right. So that's the official itinerary. Any other questions? Email us at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com to get further instruction and information. All right. Kwam Yasha'Allah. So that's the official itinerary. Now, Seeking the Kingdom 7, Shalom, brother. What's the proper way to observe the Passover? Excellent, excellent, excellent question. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 16:1. Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 1. All right, Deuteronomy 16, verse 1. And it reads thus and so. It says, observe the month of Abib and keep the Passover unto Yahweh, our power, for in the month of Abib, Yahweh thy power brought thee forth out of Egypt by night. So it said, observe the Passover. The reason why I went there, because we got to keep it in its proper season. According to how we calculated from the new moon, which we understand to be the dark moon, we know there's a lot of controversy about the new moon being the first slither, but that's for another topic or another video. So 14 days at even from the dark moon, which we calculated this year to be April 1st at even. The new year was on April 18th at even, 2 to 3 days before the vernal or spring equinox. So your Passover is always exactly 2 weeks later from the new year. So that's the way we calculated it. Everybody in their mama in Israel got the right calendar. We pray to the Most High for mercy if our calendar or our calculations are not right, but that's the way we calculate it through the spirit that we see it. We understand the new moon to be the dark moon, and you calculate your feast days from that. So 14 days at even from the new year, new moon, March 18th. We got April 1st at even. Leviticus 23:4 tells you to keep your feast days in a proper season. So if you follow HOI and our calendar, we have April 1st this year. So the proper way to observe Passover is to try to observe it in its proper season. If you're having Passover in January, February, most likely you're out of season. If you're having Passover in May, June, most likely you're out of season. It should be somewhere between late March, late April, according to the new moon. Now, let's go to Exodus 12. And let me see what I think I'm going to start at 8. All right, to get right to the point. Exodus, the 12th chapter. All right, Exodus, the 12th chapter is the chapter you read about Passover and many other scriptures, but that's the main chapter. On April 1st, we will be live from the Passover. So we'll go over all, well, not all, there's tons of scriptures on the Passover, but we'll go over some scriptures and Exodus 12 to explain to you what, break down the whole Passover and what it's all about. All right. But just a quick answer for seeking the kingdom. This is Exodus chapter 12, verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night. What flesh? The flesh of the lamb. You can also use goat, but lamb is the more popular meat. Roast with fire. So now, when the sun goes down Wednesday night, April 1st, what do? You say your prayers. You read Exodus, the 12th chapter, and any other scriptures you've studied or learned about the Passover. You can do a blue letter Bible, word search Passover, look up all the scriptures that deal with the Passover. You can look up leaven or unleavened, all the scriptures dealing with the Passover, or getting a leavening, the bad spirits out of you. The way we remove the leaven from our households and the bread, the spiritual leaven, which is the sin, the evil, the pride, all the things that are unrighteous in you, you purge those out also. But I don't want to jump the gun. I'm going to get to that. So you brothers and sisters, let's say you're keeping a Passover at home. You get you a lamb, enough lamb for you to eat for the night. You and your family. If you and your family doing it, or you get enough. If it's just you, you get you a couple of chops. If it's your family, you get a shoulder, whatever the case may be, right? But get enough to what you think you're going to eat, because you're supposed to eat all the lamb that night. You roast the lamb, preferably on a rotisserie or open fire or a grill. But if you don't have, some people don't have the capacity. You live in an apartment, you don't have no access to grilling outside. You can roast it in your oven at the bottom. Don't burn it though. Or if all else fails, just put it in the oven and let it get well done. The Most High understands you're doing the best you can. But according to the law, we're supposed to roast it like an open fire, like rotisserie or grill style. All right, it says, roast with fire, his head, his legs with the pertinence thereof. Y'all ain't got to worry about that. It was just saying roast the whole lamb, whole body. In the ancient time, we like stuck a thick stick through it like rotisserie style, and we just cleaned it and roasted it and cut the meat off accordingly. But if you got chops or pieces, whatever, you roast it to the best of your ability. It says, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. So eat up all the lamb, all right, in that night, all right? Right? Eat up all the lamb that night. So that's why you buy enough according to your household. Like us, we have maybe about 200 people, right? Let me see. There you go, talking madness, man. Talking madness. One West, the mother of harlots. What does that have to do with the Passover? Tyrone Django. What does that have to do? Why are y'all so damn stupid, man? What's wrong with y'all? How dumb are you to come up here and say something that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about? A lot of y'all are stupid, man. And the reason why I'm being so harsh, because what's wrong with grown people? We're not talking about your Hunter or 666 or One West. What's wrong with you, brother? Tyrone Django. All right? So is something wrong with you? Passover supper, April 2nd. All right, we got it April 1st. We're one day apart. Whoopie-doo. Now shut the hell up, or if you got a legitimate question or point about the Passover, then ask that. Repent from what? Tyrone Django, repent from what? What are we repenting from what? What are you talking about? This is the leaven that we're talking about. This is the leaven of stupidity. All right? Well, this is the leaven. Nobody's talking about your Hannah, ISUPK, none of that. We're talking about the Lord's Passover, and your dumbass can't even respect that. Now, back to our regular scheduled programming. So, it says, and ye shall, Exodus 12 and 10, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire. But, yeah, bug out season. All right? Yeah, bug outs. You keep trolling, I'm going to block you on here. All right? So, you eat up all the lamb in that night. So that's why, depending on, it tells you that in Exodus 12, verses 1 through 8, get enough lamb according to your household. All right? Let me get this dummy out of here, this bug out dummy. You niggas are stupid, man. Let me block this dummy, man. Right? Who blocked us from, ain't nobody block us from the streets. We still go out to the street and teach. Just because you don't see it don't mean it doesn't happen. All right? So, shut your damn mouth. Yeah, that's good advice, Curtis. But listen, I can ignore them, but it's just the stupidity. The scriptures say, answer not a fool according to their folly, but yet answer a fool according to his folly. I come from a place where you put dumb niggas in a place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these brothers and grown-ass men. And this is the leaven we're talking about. That's the leaven of stupidity. You come up here and say something that has nothing to do with nothing. But anyway, good advice, Brother Curtis. My feelings are very controlled. Don't confuse my passion for my feelings not being controlled. All right? I'm cut from that cloth where you check idiots. You put niggas in a place. All right? You put dudes in a place. But anyway, it's all good. Let me read on. All right. I thought I blocked this guy. He must be got several troll accounts. I thought I blocked them. But anyway, let's read on. So you eat the lamb. You get enough lamb for you and your household that y'all know y'all going to eat up in that night. All right. Verse 11. And thus shall ye eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. Now for the men, this is mainly symbolism. And even you brothers, if you're keeping a Passover in your house, you can put on your garment and put your girdle on and be girded up. The reason why we ate it like that, because the Passover also represented a time of war. Remember, we fled out of Egypt at midnight. And all that, it tells you all that in Exodus 12. Read the story. And it was a time of war. It said we went out of Egypt by our armies. So the men, remember, staff represents war. It represents power and rulership, but it also represents war. So have your shoes on your feet, your staff in your hand. All right. All right. Your shoes on your feet, your staff in your hand, and your loins girded. All of you brothers, especially you brothers that are going to a Passover celebration, you're supposed to have a full garment on with a girdle around it. You brothers really not supposed to be coming to the Passover in a shirt with fringes or a vesture with no girdle. All right, you should, because it's for the memorial's sake. All right. As long as you got your fringes on and you attend, fine. But you should have a garment on, girded, with your staff in your hand. All right. It said, and you shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover. So now we really don't have to, and this guy got mad. This dude got mad troll accounts, man. I'm blocking every one of them too. Right. So now you don't necessarily have to eat it in haste. Now, that's according to, we don't want nobody to choke or nothing on the lamb, but eat it in a timely manner, just so we can remember, Shalom, Brother Timothy B., just so we can remember the ordinance of the Passover. So you still eat it in a timely manner, but be careful. Don't choke, don't chew the lamb in one, try to swallow a whole chunk of, you said eat it in haste, you said eat it in haste, Elder. No, take your time, chew it, and make sure, you know, you devour the lamb. and you know, but still eat it in a timely manner. All right, reading on, it says, let me see that I missed something. Verse 8, and it said, and they shall eat the flesh in that night with fire and unleavened bread. Yeah, let me go back to verse 8. When unleavened bread, what is unleavened bread? Bread without yeast. All right. That guy got mad troll accounts, man. That must be AI. That's not a real person. You can't have that many accounts, man. All right. Reading on, it says, roast with fire and unleavened bread. Now, what is unleavened bread? Bitter. Bitter. I'm jumping the gun. Unleavened bread is bread without yeast. Is matzah in the Hebrew. In the modern Hebrew, the so-called white Jews call it matzah. So you brothers and sisters, if you're at home, you can go online. You can type in how to make unleavened bread for the Passover. Tons of videos will come up. Different congregations, camps, sisters, brothers got videos. You know, it don't matter which camp or whoever you watch, is all a similar kind of recipe, right? You can make it yourself at home. If all else fails, you can go to a Whole Foods or Trader Joe's and get matzah, Passover matzah. All right, it's the flat cracker type bread, right? A lot of times it's put out by the so-called white Jews, but don't be over-righteous. A lot of y'all are simple and over-righteous. Oh, they put blood in that, Elder. Okay, whatever. I've been eating matzah for years, and, you know, I don't think it was no blood in it, all right? Right, so, yeah, you get the flatbread, is called matzah. Some of them have whole wheat. They're flavored, and you can get that. Matzah, yeah, it is not, it doesn't have the best taste, but I'm just saying for people that are not able to make the unleavened bread. That's what I'm saying, Laser 8776. Still do the best you can. All right, and they do. They have some flavored matzah. They got some matzah that's not too bad. Yeah, pita bread or flatbread can be used also. Yeah, yeah. All right, like 1 year, shout out to Shawapar Banyamyan, HO Atlanta. 1 year, Shawapar got us some roti. You know, like the Benjamite flatbread. As long as when you purchase it, just ask them, is there any yeast in it, or do you have a list of the ingredients? But pita or flatbread is good also. All right. Tortillas also, yes. Eat your ingredients. All right. I mean, watch the ingredients, and when in doubt, just leave it out. All right. When in doubt, leave it out and watch your ingredients. All right. Watch your ingredients, and when in doubt, leave it out. Challah bread, no, most challah bread have yeast in it. Challah bread it has yeast in it. You can't eat that for the Passover. All right. So it says with unleavened bread and with bitter herbs. All right. Bitter herb. What is bitter herbs? Horseradish root. You get horseradish root. Go to a fruit and vegetable stand or like a Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. They have it this time of the year because it's Passover. And get fresh horseradish root and cut it up like into cubes, like the size of a Trident gum or something like that. Right? Cut it up in cubes. Don't cut them. Don't make them too big. Cut them up in nice size cubes, because a horseradish is very, very bitter. If it's your first time eating it, it's probably going to make you cry. All right? It's horseradish root. That's what bitter herbs is. It's not arugula. It's not romaine lettuce. There's different type of so-called bitter herbs, but the bitter herb, when you read it in history, the bitter herb that was used for Passover was horseradish root, because it's very bitter. Like I said, most of you that eat it for the first time is going to make you cry. Hell, it still make me cry. Some Passovers, I throw 3-4 pieces at a time. Oh, remember that hard bondage. The bitter herbs, Exodus chapter 1, verses 11 through 14. It's a reminder of the hard bondage that we served in Egypt. Nah, no lettuce. Lettuce, you cheating with lettuce, man. Let us go on your damn unleavened bread sandwich. No greens. No collard greens. You cheating? No, we put no collard greens with no smoked turkey in it. That's not bitter herbs. Okay, Abba 7 Yahweh. Yeah, the man got like 50 damn accounts. I done blocked like 20 accounts. He keep commenting from different. That must be A. That's the CIA with AI. That can't be one person with all them accounts. All right. But anyway, no, it's not collard greens. So your Passover meal, your Seder meal, you hear the so-called white Jews call it the Seder meal or Sadar in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, which means order. Your Passover meal, the order of your Passover meal is the order of your Passover meal is the lamb roasted, well done. Don't have your lamb with no red bloody middle like the so-called white man, right? Medium rare. All right, well done, roasted, well done. Most I said roast with fire. Don't burn your lamb either. You know what I'm saying? I know we used to have a Passover with some brothers. Every time brothers bought lamb, it was burnt. No, that's not what the scripture. It just means well done, roast with fire. The brothers would bring burnt lamb. I don't put none of that damn lamb on my plate, man. It would be all dry and hard. Because brothers over righteous think, when it said roast with fire, brothers think that means burnt. No, it just means well done. Damn, the lamb can still have some juices to it. Damn. All right. Brothers used to bring up a big pan of burnt damn lamb. Hard and get hard to swallow. All right. Adam, you will be blocked. You come up here disrespectful, you will get blocked. Now, I'm not Jewish. I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the tribe of Judah, Glenn J.H. So now, your Passover meal again, lamb. Roast the lamb with fire on a grill or however, do the best you can on cooking it, making it well done. Bitter herbs, get horseradish root. Go to a fruit or vegetable stand and get horseradish root. And you cut it up. You should cut it up to about an amount that you think you and your family or yourself can have. And then unleavened bread, bread without yeast. You can look up recipes on YouTube, or if all else fails, I know somebody made the comment about that matzah is disgusting. Not all matzah is bad like that, but it's hard and it doesn't have the best taste. Chavez Carol, how the F you get here? I'll take you out of here though. If that's what you want me to do. Yeah, these rats are everywhere. But now for your drink, you're supposed to have kosher wine, so-called kosher. Just get your wine and pray over it. But you go to ask kosher for Passover wine. It's really not kosher because a so-called white Jew controls that and they can't kosher a damn thing. But that's what you think. Pray over it. That's it. Most High, we drink their so-called kosher wine every year. We have brothers that make wine in the nation. All right. We have, we have brothers that make organic wines. And we know we Israelites. So we the true makers of kosher stuff. All right. So, yeah, organic wine. You out of here, Sarduk. All right, that was me, Laser 877. That was me. What was you? But anyway, for your those that don't King David 8:18. What if I made my own? Yeah, of course, brother. Just pray over it. Yeah, that's real kosher. Because you're well, more likely than not, you're an Israelite. Shalom Issachar. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, brothers, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. They use pig blood. They use human blood. We don't know, brother. You know, if we really just got to pray over this food and drink, because if you're not producing it, the only way to get around that is to only consume your own food. Now, if you brothers got the capacity to make your own wine and don't drink their wine, there's pig blood in it, fine. You know, I've been drinking so-called kosher wine for years. I don't think I drink any pig's blood. All right, now, let's say, hypothetically speaking, right? They use pig blood in the wine, right? You pray over it, and the Most High turned the pig blood into wine. Like, how should I turn water into wine? Nah, no folly. If that's the case, then they have people in Israel that make wines. You would just order your wine from brothers and sisters. But if you go purchase the regular so-called kosher wine, and it happen to be pig's blood in it, pray over it, the Most High will turn it into regular wine. I mean, brothers have actually called wine companies over the years and asked what the ingredients was in it. Now, of course, if they put in pig blood, they ain't gonna tell us that. But it is what it is. Do the best you can. But you don't have to drink wine. Let's say you don't drink, or a sister's pregnant, or you know, you might be doing medication. You can't do alcohol. Grape juice, so-called kosher grape juice. All right, do the best you can. You don't trust the so-called white man or the stores, make your own grape juice. All right. All right, so do the best you can. But that's your Seder meal, and you're gonna do that. You're gonna pray at sundown. You're going to read Exodus 12 and other scriptures on the Passover. You're going to do a closing prayer, and then you eat your Passover meal. And then you can just celebrate. You can play truth music, drink you some more wine, eat up the rest of the lamb for the night. But we'll be live so y'all can celebrate with us. Y'all can watch, if y'all want to, y'all can do the service with us. And then y'all can eat the meal when we eat the meal, because we all eat the meal together after we do the scripture, the opening prayer, scripture reading, closing prayer, then we all eat the meal together at the Passover. All right? All right. So, King David 8, I don't trust none of those pigs. So what do you do for wine, Brother King David 8:18? Do you have a kosher wine we can get from you? Do you produce your own Kyoko Panyamya? Shalom, King. Do you produce your own wine and food? When you say you don't trust none of them pigs, that means you have to produce everything on your own, brother. Now, if you have that, let us know. We can, you know, we rather get from our own brothers and sisters. All right. So, Brother David, King David 8:18, you don't. So what alternatives do you have? You just don't consume nothing from the so-called white man at all? See, y'all can't come in this truth and get over righteous and you know, you'll destroy. If that's the case, you can't breathe the air, you can't consume nothing, because it's all controlled by the so-called white man. Use wisdom, pray over it, and that's the best you can do. But if you're going to produce your own, all right, 10 gallons, that ain't enough for the nation, brother. 10 gallons of wine is not enough for the nation. But email me, houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. Email me, and we'll see about, you know, working, linking up with you. And if you producing more massive amounts of wine, maybe we can start getting it out to the nation. All right. So, any other questions? Any other questions? Yeah, it's plenty for you, but what about everybody else, brother? You gonna tell us you don't trust these pigs? Then you got to start supplying something for the brothers. Okay? All right. So, Kingdom, does that answer your question so far? All right. That's good, Brother King David. That's good. You know, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying we got to start providing alternatives for us as a people if we're going to shy away from this system. Hell, we damn near got to start breathing our own air because everything is controlled by the so-called white man. So you gotta go on faith to a degree that the Most High will protect you and not left and destroy your body. Let's say if you're consuming something that Esau is putting something in like pig blood. Nobody wants to willingly consume pig blood, but we don't know that it's in there. If that's the case, you got to eat your own food. You got to do everything of your own. And until Israel get to that, we're not self-sufficient as a nation. We're not at that level yet. Use discernment, right? Excellent comment. Use discernment and pray. If I'm eating a piece of damn lamb and they injected it with pork enzymes, all I could do is pray. All right? So now, good question, Timothy. Is the Passover meal for every day? No, it's not. It's only the first day. The rest of the 7 days, let's go to Exodus 12 and let me see, 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel. So for 7 days you can't eat yeast. You eat unleavened bread. Unleavened bread is bread without yeast. And make sure you check ingredients throughout those 7 days. Make sure none of your products that you're eating have yeast in them. Stay away from like breads, cakes, cupcakes, pizzas, sandwiches, doughy stuff that rises. That's the leaven. But if you read the ingredients and it don't have leaven in it, then it's okay to eat. When in doubt, leave it out. If you're not sure of the ingredients, leave it out. During Passover, it's wise to do a lot of cooking. All right? Cooking at home. Bang, boogie, boxing. Rice is fine. Rice is not yeast. Rice is a grain. It's not yeast. Rice is fine. That's another thing now. Don't bug out. And I can't eat potatoes. I can't eat eggs. No, only things with leaven in them. Somebody say you can't eat eggs one year because when you fry them, they rise. No, that's because the egg, when you fry it, it fluffs up because that's just from the egg. That's not, they don't put leaven in eggs. All right. So the Passover meal is only for, the Passover meal is only for that one night. Now, throughout the week, if you want to cook some more lamb, hell, throughout the week, a lot of times I season me some lamb up or barbecue it, and because on the night of the Passover, the lamb, you can only season it with so-called kosher salt. That's the only seasoning you can put on it. Like it tell you in Leviticus, the 2nd chapter. You can't, but some brothers and sisters cook up lamb throughout the week and eat it with their regular meal. You can make regular meals, fruits, vegetables, meats, rice, grains, right? Like I said, don't get don't get over righteous, y'all, and start not eating all kinds of stuff. No. The only thing you can't eat for the 7 days is leaven or yeast or leavening agents or products or yeast agents or products. That's it. All other food you can eat. Passover is a good time to cook at home. Do a lot of cooking at home. Most Mexican restaurants are good for Passover because most of the tortillas and tacos and burritos, they're flatbread. They don't have yeast in them. All right. If you want to eat out or something, Mexican food is usually good. All right. We're going to get to that. Wait, what? 7-7. We're going to get to that. All right. White Passover is boring, but I miss it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. All right. Yeah, sundown Passover meal. We're down that city too. Yeah, we said that. When you eat the Passover, well, mainly the lamb. The lamb, you can't have if you got bitter herbs or unleavened bread left over. But the lamb's supposed to be gone all that same night. We throw out or dog's food. Is that too far? No folly. Well, you're really supposed to burn the lamb, honestly. If you have leftover lamb, you're supposed to burn it according to the law. You can get like the empty metal garbage cans and put it in something safe and just burn it. All right. Any other questions or comments? All right. So now the first day, let's go to Exodus 12 and 16. And the first day there shall be a holy convocation. So on Wednesday, April 1st at even, you're supposed to come together and congregate. If you don't congregate at home by way of technology, get on one of our lives. All right. The seventh day, which will be April 7th at even, Tuesday, April 7th at even this year, you're supposed to congregate that day also. Verse 16 again. And in the first day there shall be a holy convocation. And in the seventh day there shall be a holy convocation to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat. That only may be done of you. So the first day and the seventh day are Sabbaths. The only work that can be done is for the preparation of the Passover. No other kind of work can be done. All right. Potato latkes, I believe they're good. Yeah. I don't believe there's no yeast in. I don't really eat those. That's something Amalek have in their restaurants. I don't really eat no potato latkes. Nice drip. That's what they say in New York, or they say nice fit. All right. So the first day, the first at even sundown to the second, that's a Sabbath. Same restrictions like regular Sabbath, except for anything to prepare food or work for the Passover, you may do. The closing, April 7th at even. That's when you have the closing service or lesson. Lord willing, we'll be live for that also. The 7th into the 8th, same thing. Sabbath restrictions, only thing can be done is preparation of the food for the feast, or anything concerned. Only work can be done can be toward the feast. All right. Within those 7 days, all 7 days are not a Sabbath. Only the first and seventh day and a regular Friday Sabbath sundown to Saturday Sabbath sundown. All 7 days you can feast and cook. All right. All 7 days you can feast and cook, even on the Shabbat, because it's a holy week. That's what we teach at HOI. Others might teach you still can't cook on a Shabbat. We don't see it that way according to scriptures. We respectfully disagree. No, there was no other gods before the Most High Power. The other gods came from the creation of man's own mind and theory throughout time and history. But there's only one true and living God. That's the God of Israel. Yahweh. All right. He is, or he exists. He is who he is. All right. Luna Walker. Yeah. All praises. So any other questions or comments about the Passover? Again, all 7 days are not a Sabbath. You can work throughout the 7 days, except for the opening and the closing and the regular Shabbat. If you can get, some people take the whole Passover week off because they want to relax and they got to travel, things of that nature. Knock yourself out. All right. Throughout those days, throughout those days, you can eat and drink and be merry. Shalom Lamech. You can eat and drink, be merry. You can celebrate. It's the Passover. Enjoy. But make sure it's in moderation. No, you can't give lamb to your neighbors. Well, if they're in the truth. Let me see. This is Exodus 12, 3 and 4. Check this out. All right. Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of souls. So yes, you can share the lamb with your neighbor, but they got to be believing Israelites. Don't just give the lamb, the leftover lamb, to a neighbor or share the land with a neighbor, nigga hustling on the block. No, they got to be believing Israelites. But just eat up the lamb. That's why you get enough lamb for your household. See, the reason why I said the household next to you, because everybody was doing the Passover then, all of Israel. All right? What if you don't like lamb? You can do goat, but you got to eat the meat. Is required during the meal. So like, yeah, I came in a bit late. Y'all holding Tuesday sundown. I sort of holding what Tuesday sundown? What are you speaking about, Lamech? If you're talking about the Passover, no, that you didn't read the calendar right. The Passover is Wednesday sundown, the 1st. Tuesday sundown is March 31st. That's the meet and greet. That's the Purge Out the Leaven festival for Tuesday sundown, the 31st. Wednesday sundown is the Passover, the 1st, April 1st. You got to look at the calendar again. Yes, Job 36:26. The Most High is from the beginning. He has no beginning, no ending. Wow, what happened? Did you have Tuesday the 31st? What flyer did you see? No, that's the answer. My God has no beginning. He existed for eternity. You was about to do the Passover. Y'all got to pay attention, Israel. Y'all got to pay attention. All right. Any more questions or comments? All right. So throughout the 7 days, eat, drink, and be merry, but do all things in moderation. Brother Gabar, Ash, and Taj. What about them? There's no Passover. The Passover is not Tuesday at even. The brothers must have got confused. Brother Gabar, Ash, and Taj told you it was Tuesday at sundown. We got the itinerary. The itinerary is out there. We got the list of dates. I don't know how brothers could read the itinerary and still get it wrong. Just like somebody told Elder Tarah that the meet and greet is after the Passover. The meet and greet can't be after the Passover because the meet and greet is a yeast festival. Once Passover begins, you can't eat no yeast. So how could the Purge Out the yeast festival be after the Passover? But somebody told her. But we got the flyer right there in front of you. Israel, y'all got to work on y'all attention span. Shalom. You got white skin like porcelain. I don't know what. Yeah, buying on the 1st for the Passover. Anything concerning the Passover is acceptable. They posted what? They posted that the Passover was Tuesday at sundown? Or did they post a flyer? What's Tuesday at sundown is the yeast festival. That's not the Passover. That's the pre-Passover. It says it on the flyer. It's a yeast festival because that's the night we eat our last little bit of yeast. Or brothers, if you drink, you get your little beer in. Most beer has yeast in it. So it's like a little last celebration of eating your yeast. Like back in the days, brothers would tease like, man, I'm going to get me a whole pizza pie the night before Passover. I'm going to get me a big hero sandwich, you know. But we just turned it into a little celebration and festival. The flyer, the calendar flyer, you know what? Inbox me what they posted, and I want to see how the confusion came in. Because nobody should be thinking Passover is Tuesday sundown. That is not. I don't know how that confusion came in. All right. So yeah. So now, between tonight and Wednesday sundown, remove all leaven from your home. Either eat it up or just remove it, throw it away. If you don't want to waste food, if you have food that's still good, but it got leaven in it, and hey, and nobody's rich, you can tie it up, put it in a garage, put it in a basement, put it somewhere away from your immediate household. Now the Lord does say remove it from your household. So the best thing to do is to eat it up or get rid of it. But if you got a whole bunch of stuff, you're like, damn, I got all this stuff, it got leaven in it, but it's good, it's non-perishable, then hey, maybe tie it up, put it in a garage, put it in a shed, put it away somewhere from the immediate household. All right, now, what is the main leaven you get rid of during the Passover season? 6, I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. Yeah. That's not really what we're talking about, y'all. All right, you can go, Triker 420. I answered you, but you didn't accept the answer. All right, sin, which is the spiritual leaven. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 5. This is the classic you read for Passover every year. 1 Corinthians 5. Y'all can read 1 through 6 on your own, but we're going to get right to the point. 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. It says, purge out therefore the old leaven, that you may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Yahushua, our Passover, is sacrificed for us. So, seeking the kingdom 7, you're right. What did Christ sacrifice? What was Christ, Yahushua's sacrifice on a cross all about? It was for the removal of sin. That's what the sacrifice on the cross is all about. Removal of sin. All right. So the leaven that we got to purge out of ourselves during the Passover season is sin. Evil thoughts. Aught with any brother or sister. Any hatred, malice. You know, I can clearly say I have no issue with any brother or sister in Israel. I make sure I deal with that throughout the year. Now, do I use wisdom? Do I deal with every Israelite? No, I say this all the time. Does every Israelite deal with me? No. I keep my distance from a lot of Hebrews. A lot of them damn sure keep their distance from me. I don't hate them. I wish them well. I don't like to see nobody suffer, anything bad happen to nobody. If something happened to a brother or sister, I pray that the Most High have mercy on them. Now, if you're an evil Negro or Negrette and the Most High judge you, that's different. Sometimes it's obvious you do shady off stuff and the Most High come see you. And a lot of Israel still get proud and don't want to acknowledge that. But I just sit back and be like, hopefully they see the Most High correcting them. You do wrong by certain brothers and sisters, the Most High will come see you. I've been through that myself. And I had to repent and ask the Most High to forgive me and that brother or sister. So I'm not above it either. And Passover season is a serious season. You got to be on your P's and Q's all year round. But we purge the leaven. So this is a time to pray, fast, get into the spirit. Maybe do a fast before the Passover start. Get into the spirit of repentance during this time of year also. And getting all manner of evil out of you. And Israel, we need to get the evil out of the nation. Y'all need to stop arguing and bickering about doctrine. Getting personal and disrespectful. Turning every damn thing into a debate so you can get clicks and views and likes and money and super chats. Get rid of that spirit, man. It's evil as hell. All right, stop hating your fellow brother and sister. Never got nothing good to say about no brother or sister. Stop making every damn thing a competition. A lot of you Israelite camps and congregations and schools, you compete with each other. I ain't competing with nobody, straight up. Stop downing the elders and senior men and One West camps and brothers that came before you. Stop going out there. Stop. I wanted to speak on this the other day. Stop. A lot of you brothers out there, you break off or you do your own thing or whatever. Something happened, whatever the case may be. Elders, senior men, One West camps, whatever. You talk so bad and condemn what brothers do, down to even how we got the camps and different things set up and ideas and stuff we do, and you turn around and repeat the same thing. You do the exact same thing you learn from the camps and then put the camps down. Or you do the exact same thing you learn from an elder. You take the same ideas, but oh, it's you now, so you're going to do it better. But when it was somebody else or another elder or One West camp or another brother doing it, or when you was part of that body and they was doing it, you was condemning it and talking bad about it. Then you go and do the same thing, but oh, you do it better. You take the same ideas or whatever that the One West camps and elders and leaders do that's so bad, but you turn around and do the same damn exact thing. Even some of y'all down to the business model. You take the same business model that you seen an elder or another brother do that you condemn. It's crazy. Y'all talk so bad about this elder, this One West camp. I was part of that camp and they didn't do this right. But you go and do the same exact damn thing. Set up things the same way, same ideas, everything. So obviously, if you was part of a camp and you did that, it wasn't that bad. Or you watch elders and One West and other brothers, and you take their same ideas but condemn them. When they do it, you condemn them, but when you do it, it's better. I be sitting back looking like, you got so much negative to say, but go and do the same exact damn thing. You know what it is, though? You wasn't the head nigga in charge, so that was the problem. The problem is you just want to do it. You just want to do it and say you was in charge of it. I'm doing it my way. But you condemned it when it was another brother or elder or body you was a part of, but turn around and do the same damn thing. Y'all got to stop that too, man. That's ego and pride. That's that HNIC spirit. That's that competing spirit. That's that spirit of, nigga, I could do it better. We got to stop that, Israel. All right. Go ahead, Kingdom. I just asked you a question. If it come out, I'll clean it up for you if it come out the wrong way. So that's all I'm saying. This is all love. Don't get negative. Before anybody gets simple or negative or sensitive, it's all love. Let's stop that, Israel. I mean, because I be sitting back watching stuff. I be like, damn, y'all got so much to say about a One West camp this, One West camp that. These old elders are off, but you take the same ideas and models and setup that you learned being under. You was either part of a camp or watching these same elders, and you do the same damn thing. Unbelievable. So that lets you know it's just a covetous, competing, I want to be the HNIC nigga. I can do it better. And that's so disgusting, man. I got you, Seeking the Kingdom. Come on, man. Let's get that's a big thing I see with Israel, especially a lot of you younger camps. That old elder against the younger spirit. Not all, because you got some young camps out here hella respectful to their elders. They still do their own thing and set up things their own way, but hell, they pay homage to where they came from. They don't talk ish about stuff and then do the same and copy the same thing though. Oh, we just doing it better. You know, so y'all got to stop that, Israel. That ego and pride is disgusting, man. Stop that spirit. Get that leaven out of you. Just do the work and say, hey, even if, let's say you was part of an organization and you left, just say, hey, certain things I had to branch off. I just talked to a brother about that earlier today, right? And brother explained to me, whatever. You know, but okay, I had to do it. I had to make a move. I had to do what I had to do. But you know what? All the good stuff I learned from them brothers and that body, I'm going to take it and utilize that. And I'm going to build on that. I'm going to add my own little spin and my own little ideas and things of that nature. But hey, I'm not going to take away from the good I learned from them brothers, that body. Or you watched all the camp videos and then started your own camp. Hey, I learned from watching the camps on the One West style camps, and that's how I learned to set up my camp and my congregation and my body. Don't talk crap and then turn around and do the same goddamn thing. Obviously, brothers wasn't that off that you copied their model and everything they did and what you learned from them. But now you're in charge of it, so it's better now. Give me a break, man. Get rid of that damn leaven of pride and competition in Israel, man. It's disgusting. All right, let me read on. 1 Corinthians 5 and 8. Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. So get rid of the leaven out of you of malice and wickedness and put in the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. Your intentions, I say it all the time. Being in this word, doing this work, you got to have righteous intentions. You got to have righteous intentions. Shalom, seed of David, Israel. If your intentions are not right, if you doing this work, if what's behind is not in sincerity and truth, the Most High going to destroy it. He's going to bring it down. It's going to fall by the wayside. What are your motives and intentions when you're doing this work? It got to be in sincerity and truth. So get rid of that leaven, Israel. All that dog fighting in the nation, stop that, man. And it's not all bad. A lot of y'all say, I'm done with this Israelite community. This Israelite community is so off. I'm leaving this Israelite community. The Israelite community is not bickering on Facebook. The Israelite nation is real live brothers and sisters that are living out here behind it. Everybody ain't on social media. You're not in every Israelite household and see righteous, upright brothers and sisters that's doing this work and living this nation. Shalom, 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 family. So let's get that leaven out of us. Again, therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth. All right? So get the spiritual leaven out of you. If everybody understand, give me a con 777. Seeking the kingdom. Are husband and wives allowed to have adult time during holy days? I know not the Sabbath. Good question, brother. No. No smashing for 7 days. Nah. No folly. Nah. You can enjoy your wife the 4 days that's not Sabbaths. The opening is a Shabbat. You can't deal with your wife. The closing is a Shabbat. You can't deal with your wife just like the regular Sabbath. The regular Sabbath that's in the middle, you can't deal with your wife like the regular Shabbat. Even though that's a whole nother topic in Israel. Relations on the Shabbat. We'll talk about that another time. But the other 4 days, you good money. All right. You can enjoy, I'll say it clean. You can enjoy your wife. Husbands and wives can have relations on those other days throughout the if you choose, if you say, hey, it's the Passover, we're not going to do that's between the husband and wife, but it's not a law. All right, you can still, hey, we celebrating. No folly. Hey, babe, tonight we celebrating our great deliverance from Egypt. We're going to deliver each other. We're going to have a great deliverance of each other. Hey, you might make a new Israelite in the process. Hey, our child was conceived during the Passover. But to answer your question, yes. You can deal with, husbands and wives can deal with each other during the non-Sabbath days of the Passover. All right. Give me a con 777. Any more questions or comments? Let's go to Mark. Let's go to St. Mark 7 and 7 to give another example of removing unholy things from your spirit. All right. With sadness and sorrow. What about sadness and sorrow? All right. Mark 7 and 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. For laying aside the commandment of Yahweh, ye hold a tradition of men, as the washing of pots and cups and many other such things ye do. So Yahushua was just telling Israel, don't get caught up in traditions of men. Keith Sanders, Elder, the sun goes down. Yes, when it gets dark, brother. Esau got daylight savings time, but the Passover starts when it gets dark. Will HOI be doing a unity camp with SOT and Y? That's a vague question, brother. Where will we be doing a unity camp with them? What are you talking about? Watchmen, SOT, and HO. I did 2 unity camps in Chicago last night and today. They had pre-Passover unity camp. Sons of Thunder, Watchmen for Israel, House of Israel in Chicago. But where are you talking about, Seed of David? No. Watchmen and SOT and HOI, we do separate Passovers each year. Y'all were all and SOT, some of the SOT years ago, they came to our Passover in Atlanta, but we do separate Passovers. Or sometime our Atlanta brothers, Shower Parnum, if they're unable to travel to wherever we're having a Passover, then they'll go to SOT. But the overall Passover, we have separate. I think Watchmen, they usually go to the different, like we do, they go to a different city where they have a camp at. But no, we don't do that. And there's too much logistics with that. We both got camps in all these different cities. That'll be too much. So everybody have but we have visited each other's Passover. We have been to each other's Passovers individually or small clusters, but as a whole, we do the Passover separate. But if there's a brother in North Carolina and he can't make it to where Watchmen or SOT is having a Passover, he can come to ours and vice versa. Like last year, a brother from AOC, he wasn't able to travel to where AOC was having that. He came to our Passover in Chicago. So we do that. Camps, we do that. Nothing wrong with that. But the major Passover, we have separate. But a unity camp, the Spirit just had you. They did have a pre-Passover unity camp Friday night and today Saturday. HOI, SOT, and Watchmen. Maybe the Spirit had you ask that question because that's actually what happened. Anybody else? OG Macabre in the building. Kwame Yashala. Anybody else? Any other questions or comments? So we're going to jump down to Mark 7 and 15 now. It says, there is nothing from without. Oh, when it says the commandments of men, somebody go to my Zabach 12 channel. I did a live on a Hebrew True New Brew year, the new year. I went live, all right? Somebody put in a comment board, I was talking about the Passover a little bit on there, about what you can eat, drink, whatever. Somebody put on a comment board, Bishop Nathaniel of IUIC, and this is no shade at Bishop Nathaniel. This is nothing against him. I got love for Bishop Nathaniel, IUIC. Them brothers do great work. Some of the doctrine we don't agree upon, but 85% of the doctrine is the same. It goes back to the original One West teachings, whatever the case may be. Shout out to Elder Bishop Nathaniel and IUIC. No shade, nothing against them brothers, but a brother put up, Elder Nathaniel of IUIC said that we should only drink wine during the Passover, no beer, no strong drink, and something else the brother said I forgot. But like I said, and this has nothing to do against Elder Nathaniel. It could have been Elder Waka Flocka. What I had that in a Hebrew name, but it could be Elder Gabar, right? No Gabar in particular, just Gabar is a popular name in Israel. It means warrior. Everybody want to be a warrior. Until it's time to go to war. Nah, no folly. But yes, basically he was saying what Bishop Nathaniel said you shouldn't or should not do during the Passover. And all I was saying was, listen, your camp leader or your elder is not the Most High. Just because they say it doesn't mean it's law. In other words, I was saying how we had actually found a kosher beer. We had found a beer that had no yeast in it during Passover one year, and we drunk. We looked it up. The brother Google, he looked it up, and we saw it, and they were saying beers that don't have yeast in them that you could drink during Passover. We actually found one of the beers in a store in Harlem. So we got some of the beers. We looked it up. Hey, they said there's no yeast in it. It's a beer made without yeast. He still got all this technology. He got ways to, I guess some Amalek, some people don't want to go 7 days without having a beer. Okay, let's make beer without yeast in it. So we had some beer that year. That's what I was talking about. We was out till like 7 in the morning after the Passover that year because we filmed a music video. After the Passover, some brothers and sisters went home, some brothers and sisters stayed. We was in Harlem. We filmed a music video for Shower Paul, a new single Shower Paul had out. So we were outside, literally in Harlem, filming a video. We had some beers and stuff, whatever. No problem. Police came. They was like, cool, whatever. We was like, yo, we just doing a music video. Everything was cool, right? I also suggested some Passovers, brothers have had kosher liquor, what they call so-called kosher liquor or vodka. So Paul said all things are lawful, but they're not expedient. If we had the beer or liquor and it didn't have any yeast in it, because you got to understand the Passover, once you eat the Seder meal, you good. Anything you eat after that, as long as it don't have yeast in it and it's nothing unclean, you're fine. You're not breaking any law. So my point being, it's like the brother was trying to say, no, Elder Nathaniel said you got to do this. No disrespect. Like I said, it could have been Elder Gabar, any name. There's no shade at Elder Nathaniel. But all things are lawful, but they're not expedient. If a brother choose not to drink any so-called beer without yeast or strong drink without yeast, he's not breaking any law. Because Elder Nathaniel says such and such, that don't mean a brother's breaking the law. No disrespect to Elder Nathaniel or IUIC. He's a well-respected elder and leader and bishop in the nation. You can take his advice, but your camp leader or your elder or your bishop is not the Most High. If a brother choose to drink a beer that doesn't have yeast in it, he do his research, it said it doesn't have yeast in it, brother has some strong drink during the Passover or after the Passover meal, doesn't have any yeast in it, he's not breaking any law. He's not doing anything wrong because Elder Nathaniel said whatever. That's my point. So that's what I was reading the Traditions of Men. I remember somebody left that comment earlier. So that may be a wise suggestion from the bishop, but you're not breaking it. Your camp leader, elder, bishop is not the Most High because they say something that they suggest you shouldn't do doesn't necessarily make it wrong. Everybody give me a con 777. And this is no shade at Elder Nathaniel, so nobody try to get simple and start anything. Like I said, it could have been an elder. It could have been Elder Matthew. I don't even know Elder Matthew. Or, it could have been an elder I don't even know. So I'm reading the Traditions of Men. I wouldn't necessarily say that the elder was speaking Traditions of Men. The elder was actually speaking wisdom. Okay, during the Passover, I only drink kosher wine. Or I only drink wine made by Israelites. Organic, whatever. I don't drink no strong drink or beer, fine. But if you happen to consume some beer or strong drink that doesn't have yeast in it, you're not breaking any law because a bishop said so. That's my point. Everybody give me a con 777 if y'all understand. All right? We have to get out of, because this man said it, it's right or it's law. If it's not going against the Most High, you may not agree with it or it may not be good for you, but it's not breaking any law. Where there's no law, there's no transgression. There's no law that say, thou shalt not drink beer without yeast in it during Passover. Thou shalt not drink strong drink during the Passover. All right, but if you choose to just consume wine, some people might not drink nothing at all. It's fine. That's all. That's my only point. I just thought about that because I was reading that scripture about traditions of men, not to say that that was a tradition of men that the bishop was speaking about. That he was saying. He was just giving his wisdom or whatever, but another brother or sister's not wrong because they don't follow that exact advice. Mark 7:15. For there's nothing from without a man that entering into him can defile him, but the things which come out of him, which these are they that defile the man. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was entered into the house from the people, his disciples asked him concerning the parable. And he saith unto them, are ye so without understanding also? Do you not perceive that whatsoever thing from without entereth into the man, and it cannot defile him? So Yahushua was just simply talking about eating of food or meats, because they was trying to say eating with unwashed hands defiles you. Now, how many times, come on, let's be honest. How many times you done ate something and your hands wasn't the cleanest? You might have been out and about, or you wash your hands, but come on, all kinds of germs everywhere, and you eat something and you're fine. So Yahushua was saying the tradition of eating with unwashed hands, it doesn't defile you, all right? It says, because it entereth not into his heart, but into the belly, and goeth out into the draught, purging all meats. Meaning, when you eat food, it goes through a purging process in your body, and the waste comes out of you when you use the bathroom. We ain't got to get too graphic. All right? And he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man. All right? Right, ain't nobody washing their hands before eating fries. So let's face it. I try to wash my hands every time before I eat. I do. But how many times you might have ate something and you're like, I washed my hand like a half an hour ago. Give me some of them fries or whatever. All right? So they was trying to make that like so serious. Like if you don't eat, you eat without washing your hands, you defiling yourself. But it said, but what comes from within a man, that defiles him. Meaning what? That leaven. What is that leaven? The sin, the evil, the thoughts. Yahushua, he gonna say it right here. It says, and he said, that which cometh out of the man, that defileth the man. For from within, out of the heart of men, meaning the mind of men. That's why Paul said in Philippians, let this mind be in you, which was also in Hamashiach Yahushua, Philippians 2 and 5. Right? We have the mind of Yahushua, 1 Corinthians. All right? So it says, what comes from in a man's mind? All right? Verse 21, Mark 7:21 again. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts, adulteries, fornications, murders. Where does all of that come from? From in your mind, all right? Evil thoughts. I don't like that, brother. Jealousy, envy, covetousness. You wasn't blessed with the same gifts of that brother, or the Most High didn't bless you the way he blessed that brother. That ain't none of your damn business. Be happy with the blessings the Most High gave you. Don't worry about what he gave the next man. Be happy for that brother or that sister. All right, evil thoughts, envies, jealousies, competitions, malice, hatred, wickedness. All right, I was watching the first 48. They had a episode. It was a double murder in Atlanta, and the guy, he simply killed his friend. It was his friend, so he thought. He simply killed this friend out of jealousy because things was going bad. He had lost his job. He didn't have access to his children. And a lot of that probably was his fault. I don't know all the backstory. But his friend was working 2 jobs. He was he had 3 children by 2 mothers. He had visitation with them. He had his own crib. And when the detectives, when they did an investigation, they was like, he killed him out of jealousy. Supposed to be his friend. Evil thoughts. And we have that Deuteronomy 28, that curse on us. We have that evil eye towards each other. His eye just took his aim instead of saying, you know what, brother, pray for me, pray with me. I want to get, hey, brother, help me get my life back on track. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm inspired by you because and you don't know what that brother got to do for his life to be like that. He got to probably go through all kinds of hell just to maintain that life. But the brother literally, he killed his friend and then he killed his brother because his brother he didn't want to leave no witness. So a double murder because your life, you're looking at your friend's life like his life is so better than mine. Unbelievable, right? But yet believable. It says, evil thoughts, adulteries. Oh, she look good. She married. I see that online all the time. All the time. Husbands coming home. Their wife in the bed with another man. Then you women complain, I want a hard-working, providing husband. He does that. You call Tony over at lunchtime, and you sleeping you sleeping behind your husband's back during the day while he out working to pay the bills and take care of the family. There had one video where the girl, she had the baby in the bed. She had the husband's baby, her and her husband's baby in a bed with her and another man. Man, so what the hell not only you in the bed with this man, you got our child in the bed with y'all? That's so disrespectful, man. And I think the child was a little girl. Right? So reading on, it says fornications, all kinds of sexual wickedness, fornicating. All right, murders. Hatred for your brother or sister is murder, because that hatred can make you take action. All right, that's why it tell you in 1 John, if you hate your brother, you're a murderer. All right, because that hatred can turn, it can make you want to commit an act against them. That's what they talk about, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Hell no, keep my enemies far the hell away from me. Because if somebody don't like you and they're around you, they'll put you in a position where you can get hurt. They'll back off. Somebody could jump you and they'll back off. Or they'll put you in a situation and not be there to have your back because they want to see something happen to you. So hell no, get my enemies and people that don't like me far the hell away from me. All right, a lot of you Israelites in the truth don't like each other. Threatening each other, talking slick out the mouth, angry over doctrine, cursing brothers out, calling brothers out of their name, sending threats, all kinds of stuff. That's evil as hell, man. That's what comes from within a man's mind, them evil thoughts. And you take action behind those thoughts. All right, it says thefts, all right, stealing, covetousness, desiring to scheme and have something that belongs to somebody else. Wickedness, just straight up wickedness. Deceit, lasciviousness, all types of evil lusts, and evil eye. Right? Yeah. Yeah, brother Gabar. Yeah, I stayed in my... Yeah. If I didn't have to deal with Israel, I would be a loner. But the Most High called me to deal with the nation. All right, yeah, Sirach 28:9, good scripture. A sinful man disquieteth friends and maketh debate among them that be at peace. Yeah, sabotaging Negroes. No good sabotaging Negroes. Getting them brothers' ears, sowing discord, turning brothers against each other, getting brothers on your side. That's evil as hell. Evil as hell. Calling up brothers all kinds of day, night, calling all types of brothers. Yeah, hell with them brothers. That's evil as hell. A sinful man disquieteth friends and maketh debate among them that be at peace. And that links with Proverbs 6:16 through 19. Sowing discord amongst brethren. Yo, this brother keep calling me, talking about you, talking about y'all. What's up? You got to stop doing that, Israel. The Most High is watching. And this scripture in Sirach calls that a sinful man. You better get that leaven out of you. All right, it says, an evil eye, blasphemy, pride, foolishness. Oh, pride, man. Capital P-R-I-D-E. Israel, you are one proud ass nation. Let me be fair, we are one proud ass nation. Oh my goodness. Especially when people feel like they don't have to respect you, or you could cut the pride with a knife. Damn, brother, I just tried to have a conversation with you. But you know what? Israel respect who they feel they need to respect. They damn sure respect the white man. And when you don't, he know how to make your ass, he got ways to make your ass respect him. All right, it says, all these evil things come from within and defile the man. So that's that leaven. All them things that are inside you. Why? The Yahweh Shah says inside you, because it starts in your mind. Those evil thoughts Satan put in your mind, and instead of you controlling them and overcoming them, you get weak and you feed them to them thoughts and you take action. So that's what we got to purge out during this season also. That's part of the 11, along with many other scriptures. Everybody understand? Give me a con 777. All right. Pride we have Baruch 3 and 8. Con. All right. So any more questions or comments? I'm going to get ready to close out. It's 2 in the morning. I got to get off of here. Do some more Passover packing and organizing. Any more questions or comments before I close out? Anything concerning Passover? If y'all got any more questions, y'all can the email is in the everything is in the description box. houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. I tried to cover the basics, but we'll explain more in the Passover ceremony. All right. And again, Salakia, y'all, those of y'all that have ordered already, Salakia. We 3 months into the year. I do apologize, but the calendars are still here. I had to do everything over because the USPS, I want to go postal on their ass. All right, and they messing a lot of people's stuff up. We trying to do garments, trying to get leather. The leather was backed up for 2 months. Couldn't get certain custom garments. So we do the best we can. But I had to do everything over as far as the prints. So I did it locally. So every L, they say, is also a lesson. It's not an L. It's not a loss. It's a lesson. So the calendars are still available. I had to do a local print. But those that have pre-ordered and those that would like to order in the future, they're still available. All right. Yes, I have digital versions available. Email me or inbox me on social media, and I can give you a digital copy. All right. This is April, Passover month. We still got 9 months left, y'all. We got April to December. So email me. You can still order your calendars. I'm going to be putting them out. I'm going to be doing the prints locally. I did a mail print, and the post office messed me up bad, man. They jammed me up by like 2 months. I apologize, y'all. But we still got April to December the rest of the year. Timothy B. 3129 Elder, I'll reach out. Yeah, when you come into the truth, you might have to you might have to do a little separation from your family. Leave them alone. Don't try to force the truth on them. If they ask you questions, answer them. Be cordial. And that's that, King. That's all you could do with family. Don't try to force this truth on them. Don't do that. It'll backfire on you. If they ask questions, answer them. If they start to make mockery and ridicule you, get away from them. Stay away from them. Unfortunately, when you come in the truth, you might have to separate from family. So again, y'all can still order the Holy Feast Day calendars. Email me at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. Again, Passover itinerary week for 2026 HOI, Raleigh, North Carolina. March 31st, meet and greet, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Royal Throne Event Center, Raleigh, North Carolina. April 1st, main event, Passover 2026, 8 p.m. until Raleigh, North Carolina. Also, Ambiance Event Center, Thursday, April 2nd, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Downtown Raleigh Camp. Exact location, you can email us for that and get the exact location. We don't want no bug outs coming out to the camp. Friday, April 3rd, travel day. Some of us still may be in a Raleigh area over the weekend. Contact us to see if there are any camps or gatherings that's going to be going on. All right. And Tuesday, March 31st, that's the meet and greet, purge out the Leaven Yeast Festival. When everybody first kind of get into town, get settled, and we come together the night before Passover. And we'll have events, games, maybe a little fun, little music, networking, business opportunities, things of that nature, getting to know brothers and sisters, sharing information, exchanging numbers and stuff, keeping in touch with each other. And your last little bit of yeast, your sandwiches, your pizza, your beer, whatever, your cakes, whatever. And we'll have regular food also. All right. You know, Israel got to have their food and drink. So come on out, family, and enjoy the Passover with us. Let's go, Ak. DJ Dez in the building. Kwam Yashala. So come on out and support if you're in the Raleigh, North Carolina area. If you're anywhere in the area, damn it, come on out. If you're across the country, come on out. I know it's rough flying. Maybe you want to drive or you got to get to that airport 4 hours before your flight. All right, family. Any other questions or comments? I think I covered all the basics, but always, Daz, hit me up. You know, that's every year. That's every year, King. This was a rough year, man. This was a rough year. You know, it's rough financially on a lot of the family, man. It's rough, man. So when will the next Truth Be Told podcast? Elder Zabach films sporadically, and he doesn't do them live. He pre-records them. Well, it's live on internet radio, I believe, but he pre-records them and then we load them to the channel. So Elder Zabach, he kind of does them sporadically, but he'll have another new episode coming up soon. Most I will. All right. Anybody else? All right. So come together. Let's read in closing. I'm gonna read Deuteronomy 16:16. Iowa. What part of Iowa? Deuteronomy 16:16. 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before Yahweh thy power in the place which he shall choose, in a feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles. And they shall not appear before Yahweh empty. Every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of Yahweh thy power, which he have given thee. So the Passover is a mandatory time of the year you're supposed to come together. So now all I can say for those that Des Moines, Ankeny, Ames, we'll try to see what we can set up down there. Hey, you could pick a spot where we could teach. We'll come down to Iowa and try to set something up there. You know, any other brothers and sisters down there that are in the truth and seeking the Most High, we can do a post about it. Hey, we'll set up HOI Iowa. Most High will. But anyway, Passover is mandatory. So for those of y'all that didn't make Passover this year, start trying to prepare now for next year. Put $5 a week away, $10 a week, whatever, $20 a month, $50 a month, whatever. We know it's rough. And a lot of times you're like, damn, I can't even save that, Elder. Bills is kicking my... I know. I'm right there with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich. I'm not none. I'm right there in the struggle with y'all. I'm right down there with y'all. I'm not a very well-off elder. I live a very humble material lifestyle. Y'all be surprised. Some people make mockery. They say little slick stuff. You an elder and you ain't got this. It is what it is. You know, the Most High blessed me the way he blessed me. I'm not unappreciative. And so the Most High gives some people more. He gives some people less, you know, for whatever reason. That's his. I'm not mad at nobody for what they got. Hey, the Most High blessed them better. So I'm right there with y'all. But do the best y'all can, Israel. You're supposed to try to come together for the Passover. Your brothers and sisters want to see you. They want to fellowship with you. That's sometimes the only time of the year we get to see each other. All right? You said, why flaunt jewelry and gold? Just asking, no hate. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. This is a custom-made chain that a brother by the name of Baruch that used to be an HOI gifted to me a few years ago. This is not a rapper's, baller's, $25,000 chain around my neck. So if you're trying to make a slick comment about why flaunt jewelry and gold, come on, brother, stop the madness. This headband, this is gold leather. This is not solid gold. This is gold leather that I bought. I can't believe I'm explaining this, but sometimes you got to meet people where they at. All right. Nah, brother, you was trying to be slick, brother. Why flaunt jewelry in gold then? You was trying to be slick, brother. Stop it. Right? This is gold leather that I went to a leather shop downtown and got a piece of, and a brother made a headband for me. It's not real solid gold. See, it's gold chips woven in there, brother. $15,000. No, brother. We Israel, we just make it look good. I ain't got no $20,000 ice around my neck. Yeah. The Most High said, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Because we're going to have the kingdom, the rich, we got the riches in the kingdom. James 2:5, the Lord said he chose the poor of this world rich in faith. And don't get me wrong, I'm not sitting here, woe is me, I'm so poor. No, I appreciate everything the Most High give me, but I'm just saying, I'm right there struggling with y'all. The elders, I'm right there struggling with y'all. No, but seriously, it's just, Laser, come on, brother or sister, you just want to talk now, come on. But I just entertain you because sometimes you got to do that. Nah, no folly, DJ Dez. DJ Dez, you could never do no folly, King. Kwame Yashada. That's my man, 50 grand. But it's all good, brother Laser. I'm not upset on that, but I'm just saying, I knew you was trying to be slick. Why flaunt gold and jewelry? Yeah, come on, brother, stop it. Or sister. I don't know if you're a brother or sister. All right, so that's it, family. We're going to close out. I've been on here long enough, rambling on. Salakia. Elders long-winded, but I just want to update y'all on Passover. It's just, basic questions and answers. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Come on, y'all. Elder needs y'all to subscribe to the channel, get this channel up so we can do more edification. The water. Yeah, I got a couple of my tailors and sewers that make my crowns for me. Kwame Yashada. Try to have a little Israelite swag, damn it. Right? Right? We could look the part. We could look rich. Them Elder Israelite, man, they got $20,000 gold piece around their neck. This is a custom-made piece from a brother. But anyway, we ain't got to go into all that. So, Passover 2026, family, be there or not be there, but be online with us. At least you're there in spirit and by technology. So if I don't speak to any of y'all, Happy New Year, Happy Passover 2026. All praise to the Most High Mashiach Yahushai. If you're in the North Carolina area, RSVP at House of Israel NYC at gmail.com. It's still time. That's Brother Timothy from HOR Philly? Oh, that's another Timothy. Is that Timothy from HOR Philly? Yeah, we were just in Philly a couple of weeks ago. It was powerful, King. Powerful. You missed it, man. It was powerful, brother. But is that HOR Philly, Timothy? I don't be knowing who's who on this these screen names. I don't know. Yeah, Remnant. I mean, Emin Shivers. Yeah, endure to the end. Arvine M. Now, don't ask the question now and don't support. No, I'm just kidding. A lot of y'all ask how y'all could donate. The donations are in the description box. All the donation links are in the description box. We got Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, Chime, Zelle, or GoFundMe. They're all in the description box. Or you can email houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. Let us know what's the most convenient way for you to donate. But if you're going to support, it would be greatly appreciated. That's very needed in this captivity. Everything costs money. Ain't nothing for free. So I appreciate it in advance, Arvine M. Email or all the donation links are in the description box. All right. So, Ashar Kadashana, Happy New Year. Ashar Pasak, happy Passover 2026. All praise to the Most High. Oh, you're just another brother named Timothy. We have a Timothy in HOI Philly. I thought that was you. All right, I've been trying to close out. Y'all keep saying stuff. It's all good, though. It's just another brother from Philly named Tim. Would you get with HOI Philly, brother? So we can have two Timothys. And I forgot what Timothy translates into in the Hebrew. But we can translate that Timothy into Hebrew. The Yemen send a missile to Israel. Yeah, but this war thing is about oil, y'all. That's all it's about. I know, Elder, I'm not trying to quench the spirit, but there's a lot of sensationalism and hype. The war is about. They do this every couple of years. From Saddam, Venezuela, is the oil. I'm not saying it can't escalate to World War III, but y'all get hyped up. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, seed of David Israel. But y'all get hyped up, these wars up. Let me let you know how it's not a real war. You know how it's not a real war? Because Iran don't have any troops in America, and they're not bombing America. If it was a real war, Iran would have troops on the ground. Don't tell me about a sleeper cell trying to throw a pipe bomb into a damn college. And I'm not getting at you, seed of David Israel. I'm just saying there's a lot of hype and sensationalism around this war, and niggas still going to McDonald's every day. This ain't no real war. All right? This ain't no real war. All right? So you can talk about it. It makes good for... You know what this is? Wars and rumors of wars. And I'm not trying to quench the spirit. Oh, Elder, man, this is World War III. What you talking about? Don't say that, Elder. Me saying it or not, I know y'all say words have power, but me saying it's World War III or not is not going to make it not. It is the Most High. All right? But this thing is oil. That's all. Trump he just making his rounds. All right? Remember, Venezuela. Go back to Chavez. They've been wanting the oil in Venezuela. Then they go over there and kidnap the damn president Maduro so they can put up a puppet leader and control the oil. Saddam, Iraq, same thing. Kuwait, same thing. Nigeria, same thing. All right, all these oil-rich companies, either they with America or America goes to war with them. All right? But if this was a real war, Iran would have their ass over here in the United States. They'll be bombing America, and you will see troops on the ground over here. You don't see that. Every time America go to war with somebody, they ask never in the United States. They just going over there bombing them. And Iran bombing Israel, whatever the case may be. But call me when it's nukes and chariots. Nah, but if you want to talk about the Iran war, it's all good. But Yemen sending a missile to Israel, yeah, okay. And no shade at you, brother seed of David Israel. No shade, but I'm just saying, like Flav said, don't believe the hype. We gonna know when it's World War III. We gonna know when the war is, when it's really on. Your ass gonna see a nuke in Washington, D.C. Or like North Korea said, they'll take California off the map. They'll knock California. They'll blow California off of being part of the United States. They'll put California in the Pacific Ocean. Now we talking war. All right, so but it's all good. If you know, we talked about the war a little bit during Purim and everything, and I haven't made no videos lately on it because really I don't know what's true because they put out so much news and it can be propaganda, you know. They lie about these wars. You can watch a movie called Wag the Dog. They lie about these wars. They film bombings and stuff in secluded areas and actually put the footage on the news like they really bombing somewhere. I mean, it goes deep, man. It goes deep. They bombed, they so-called, cause I don't know. A lot of times I don't believe it. I don't be believing a lot of that stuff. They so-called bombed Dimona. They bombed the area in Dimona where some of our brothers, the black Hebrews, are there from Chicago, Ben Ami Carter and his congregation, right? So all praise to the Most High. I don't think nobody really got hurt or killed. Yeah, maybe this might be the last Passover, but I'm just saying, when Ish hit the fan, we gonna know it. Don't tell me about no war and you ain't got not one damn Iranian troop in America. Oh yeah, that AI video, yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Send a damn missile to the White House. Then now we talking war. And I'm not worried about what happens to America because the Lord said the angels protect us, you know, just like in Egypt. We're about to celebrate the Passover, and it was 10 plagues on Egypt, but look, what? Where Israel was at, no, we wasn't touched. So I'm not worried about send a damn rocket missile bomb over here to America. If it be the Most High will, his servant's going to be protected. You ain't going to be in that area. Or whatever the case may be. Or if you die in a war, it was your time to go. We see you on the chariots. If you died in Yahushua, you'll be resurrected when Yahushua return. We'll see you on the chariots. Most High just took you out for now. At the end of the day, keep these commandments. But I'm not quenching anybody's spirit. HOI, we got videos on the Iranian war. But don't believe the hype all the time. We'll know when it's really war. Don't tell me about no sleeper cell. He's going to blow up American buildings. Okay. When they start doing that, when they say, I am Iranian, I fight for my country. Trump wants our all. Allahu Akbar. Bloom. And they blow up the damn Empire State Building. Now we're talking war. I die for my country. Iran. Ayatollah Khomeini. You killed the Ayatollah. I die for him. Allahu Akbar. Bloom. And the damn the Washington Monument or the Capitol blow up. Now we talking war. I am an Iranian citizen. I have M16 and many weapons and bombs and grenade. I go to one of your parade. I killed 8,000 Americans. Iran #1. Like the damn Iron Sheik on wrestling, which was fake as hell. Iran #1. Allahu Akbar. Bloom. And kill 2,000 Americans, hopefully Edomites. Now we talking war. Who needs a mental health assessment? I'm talking about them crazy wild man, Genesis 16 and 12 Arabs. Chris Holmes. No, I'm not moving to Israel. For what? Yahushua said we're not going over there till he return. Them brothers and sisters in Dimona, no shade to them, but they moved over there, and you see where they put them. They put them near their nuclear facilities. And Iran tried to bomb, if it was real, Iran tried to bomb Israel's nuclear facilities, and our people are over there. Because they wanted to disrupt Israel's nuclear capability. So, you know, I keep up with some of the stuff that's going on with the war, but it's like they do this every couple of years. There's nothing new under the sun. Iran came out and said, yeah, just like Vietnam, their war is not with the black man or the brown man. The so-called blacks or Hispanics, the children of Israel. Their war is not with us. All right, so I'm going to get out of here, y'all. So again, Passover 2026, email for any last-minute information, House of Israel NYC@gmail.com. Like, subscribe, and share. Like the channel, subscribe, and share. Share this video for anybody that need any update or Q&A on the Passover, how to celebrate the Passover. And remember, do the Passover to the best of the knowledge you learned from us. If you got something a little wrong or whatever, you'll get it right as you go along. Don't feel guilty and, oh, I don't want the Most High to curse me. I didn't do it right. Don't worry about that. Do the best you can. Maybe it's something we bring out that you didn't hear or you didn't understand. Do the best you can with the knowledge you have. Ask questions, and you'll get better as the years go on. Hopefully, this will be our last Passover. We'll be out of here next year. All right? 2 Peter 3, 8 through 12. Most High, hasten the time, please. All right, so with that, death and destruction to Esau and the other nations, power, peace, safety, and the kingdom of heaven to the 12 tribes of Israel forever and ever. Amen. Kwame Ashala, we still got next. Bring it out, all the camps in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. Happy New Year, happy Passover 2026 season. Remember, pay attention to the flyers and the information so you don't get nothing wrong. All praise to the Most High, Mashiach Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Shalom. Khan. Kwame Ashala. Khan. Ashar Pasak, happy Passover 2026 from HR International to all of Israel. Shalom.